ain't care with me as soon as you ten oh. Clip all your phone. I didn't have a reason to leave you, show me the way, and I'm grateful for everything that you did. You never ever play me low.
Hello there, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're returning, I want to say hello, welcome back. If you're new, I want to say hey, you are welcome over here. My name is Mallory, a finance and business coach. Kindly go ahead and hit the subscribe, like button, and even the share button now. Yes, so most people get this information that I have to share that's on my heart when it comes to building you up financially and having that business, because I say the personal finance side is you getting okay and doing well, and then the business side is where we build wealth. Okay, so if you're on that generational wealth building journey as I am, I want to say thank you so much for coming and join me, and we have a lot to talk about. But today video is all about when you're on your way to financial wellness, real time must do. I put it that way because when you are on your way somewhere, you have a journey that you want to take, you have to have things find out that you've planned to do, right? So let's say even from packing your bag, how long you're going to stay for, things you intend to do on that trip gonna guide you in doing the prep and all that, right? So while we're on our way to financial wellness, we're on that journey to financial wellness, what are those things that we must do in order to see ourselves there? I hope you just hold tight now. I need you to stay on here. Yes, do not leave. Watch this video to the end because I'm going to be going over really classic pointers, okay? And because this topic is very, very vast, I have several pointers, and today I will just be covering point one, and that point number one is putting God first. And under putting God first, I have other subtopics, and that's just pointer one. We're on a very wholesome ride throughout this time, and I will be uploading other videos as we go, but this is just part one, phase one we call it, okay? So I hope you stay tuned. As a believer, you and I putting God first in things we do, everything we do, not some things and leaving him out of some. Everything we do is a very essential aspect or part of our day-to-day living. So since I'm a financial coach and I'm a business coach, I want you to see the essence and really help us, guide us to understand what putting God first in our finances looks like, what putting God first in our businesses looks like, in our families looks like, okay? So we'll be combining the whole financial and business world and seeing God's hands in there. And his hands cannot be there if you don't invite it there. So we need God's presence, okay? Not in some things and leaving him out of some. So putting God first is the number one step on your journey to financial wellness. You have to acknowledge him. And how do we do that? We put God first into things we do, every aspect of our lives, first of all, by committing things to him. We have to commit things to him. We have to ask him to come into that situation, to take control. So we want to make sure that our plan aligns with his plan. And how do you do that? It's by asking him into that situation, okay? So if you haven't started yet, you need to take journaling very seriously, writing things down, talking to God about it. And for journaling and writing things down, that's going to be part of our next topic, because I'm going to really go over that aspect fully in the next topic that follow after putting God first. So I'm not going to elaborate way too much on journaling, but it's very essential that you do that. You do that and you pray and you talk to God. So we have to commit our ways to him. Commit that particular thing you have on mind to him that you want. Committing our journey to God and things we do brings about amazing results, and we do not want to go without those results. That's why we're on this journey in the first place. So while commitment is very important, commitment is not only that thing. You want to be steadfast, you want to be faithful in that process, in that time. Do not be deterred, do not be discouraged. You have to stay on course with your goals, with your dreams, committed and stay steadfast and keep locked in. So for an example, one major thing to do is to commit your finances to God, okay? Your money plans to God, your business plans to Him. And if you say, okay, this is what I want to do, I want to tithe, be faithful in tithing. I want to budget and I want to stick to budget. I want to start to save. I want to start to invest. You have to be faithful and committed in the process. In putting God first in our finances, in our business, in our families, we want to be committed. One, we want to be steadfast, that is faithful in what we do. The third thing is we want to be intentional. You want to become intentional of what you are doing, okay? Yeah, it is very important that we do so. So let's say tithing. If you are faithful in tithing, in that 10% out of the 100%, that 10% you start to give that 10%, be on time with giving it. There are a lot of results surrounding that. Habakkuk 3:10, he talks about when you bring the food in his storehouse, there's a blessing that follows it, right? There will be open doors for you. There will be open windows for us, and we will reap those results of our fruits, and our fruit for commitment, our fruit for being steadfast, our fruit for now becoming intentional, actually doing what we say we will do. So that's putting God first. Another piece, financial wise, would be budgeting. Before you can even start to run your financial life, you have to budget. It is a very important piece in becoming financially stable. And I want you to understand that a budget is a flexible document. It's something that can be tweaked. It's something that you can always go back and change stuff on based on how life occurrences and events are shifting. Because as you do good, guess what? You start to, let's say for example, you start to pay off those credit cards. Now you are left with, out of 5 credit cards you've paid 3, you left with 2. So now whatever funds you have going towards debt payoff, it has become enough to cover 2 other things. So you go back and adjust. Now you have more wiggle room or more cash flow now to cover up more for the 2 cards instead of paying the limited balances you were paying before. So budgeting is important. Budgeting also helps you understand where you are, what your income looks like, what your expenditure looks like. So now you are like, okay, this is where my living status is. This is where I can save. These are things I need to save on. These are things I need to cut down on, because majority of the time you start to budget, you start to find out that there are things you don't even need that you are having in the first place, like some unnecessary subscriptions. You have to start to look into those. But if you don't set a budget and see where actually your money is going to, you kind of like get blindsided and you find yourself in this rut where you are just paycheck to paycheck or really not understanding where your money is going. So God stands on his promise. He does. He promised us one thing and he tells us our side of the other is to obey or do exactly what he wants us to do, and his blessings gonna follow. Malachi 3:10, if you read that, he says, if you bring in food into my storehouse, I'm gonna open doors for you. So with that being said, you want to pray. Being steadfast and being intentional is you praying and asking God. If you right now you are like, okay, I'm giving my tithe. Where do I give my tithe? Yeah, I'm in my church or I'm not in a church, and you're thinking about all those kind of things. Or I prefer to give my tithe or give funding or give goods, services, whatever it is that you have to donate or just give out of your kind heart to someone or to some organizations or something. You need to pray about it and ask God for direction. Ask him, say, Lord, lead me and send me to that place where the need is, where you want me to give this, where you let him instruct you, let him send you to where that storehouse is for him. Don't assume what that storehouse looks like or where it is. You have to ask him to direct you and show you where to release your hands. That's one good way of becoming intentional. In your finances, you want to become intentional strategically to become free from debt, because what? You don't want to be slave to the debtor. So you want to become free from debt. You want to look more into savings and building emergency funds for in case sickness, in case being laid off, in case you need to take care of some urgent family issues, family things around you that's gonna, let's say, our educational program came up that's gonna help you grow exponentially. At least you have something saved up to, enable you to start that. So you want to look more into also, saving up so that you're not caught off guard. Another thing we want to look at in terms of finances is even you having an investment plan. You want to invest for the future. Investment plan could be you starting up that business. Most people don't see it that way, because investment is you laying something down and having it grow over time. So businesses is one way that can help you grow your funds like really fast, because if you invest into something, you are looking more to have that thing double in income, right? Even investment in terms of the stock market, other people's businesses that you're betting on. So sometimes investment for you, and I will tell you for a fact, investment for me was starting up my business, pulling funds and really putting it into my business. And what I was having on a monthly basis a couple of years ago is not how things are for me right now, or since I started my business month to month, So there's a big growth right there. And honestly, investment is you putting away fundings, or you investing whatever it is you're investing. What you're investing into, you have to give it time. So investment is you having that time management as well. It's not instant gratification. Okay, so we want to be steadfast, we want to become intentional. The next phase of putting God in your finances and staying committed and all that is trusting God in advance. And trusting God comes with a whole full dose of commitment, being faithful, that is steadfast, being intentional, that is obedient. You have to be all those things, and you have to trust God in advance. So with your finances, whether it's not enough right now, that 100% is not enough for you to take the 10% from there. You have to trust God. Hey God, I'm giving this 10% with the trust and the belief, and I hope that you are going to be faithful to your word and open doors and windows for me, and rebuke the devourer for my sake. You having that investment accounts going is you trusting in advance that good things going to happen for you, that good investment going to take place for you, that as you start a business, you're going to look more into good strategies for your business, that you're going to even hone your home on good business proposal, good business plans. Because remember now, the first thing we did was we committed everything to God. We start to journal things, brainstorm between our ideas, right? And remain faithful. So the journey to become financially stable is a very rich journey, more especially with God in it. So watch out for phase 2 of this topic. I am so excited because it's a whole 9 topics we're going to go through. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember now, hit the link, subscribe, like, and share. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on every social media platform. Your girl Mallory, a financial coach. I'm here to help you start that business, register, get your license and permit, get that business funding that you credit and grant.